Hey, I'm Marina. I quit my job in the middle of a pandemic to start my trip around the world, starting in Italy. Today we're exploring Polignano, Mare and Monopoli. But to be honest, right now we are in Bari Torrechetta because I kind of missed the right exit. I exited the train too early and now I have to wait 20 minutes in the middle of nowhere. But the good thing is I'm at the ocean finally. Yeah, I just thought I wanted to be real and just show you my clumsiness for real. Well, there definitely could be worse places to be lost, right? Made my way to Polignano Mare, and oh my god, I'm not sure if you can hear me because it's super windy. Yep. But this city is so beautiful. I totally understand all the hype about it. Wow. Windy. Yeah. So after I had breakfast, I'm finally becoming back to life. And what also came back to life is probably Italian nightlife. I've seen so many crash bottles this morning. Just a quick reality check. Saw all people cleaning it up this morning. So I just found the famous Grotta restaurant, which is like really in the stone, like in the rocks. It looks incredible, but I definitely cannot afford it because my budget won't allow it. So I gotta say, what's a bit strange for me, we're at sea, but I haven't seen any seagull yet. I saw a lot of doves, however you wanna call it. Haven't seen one seagull yet. Yeah, but I'm here at this beautiful platform where I can like see the ocean. I can see the whole panoramic view of the city. It's wow. I'm just wow. This place is so adorable. I'm actually kind of glad I got here early in the morning because I realize now more and more tourists are coming in. But still, it's just like in Venice. When you get in those narrow streets nobody else walks in, you're completely on your own. And gotta say, wow. Really love the mixture between like stone and those white walls. So from what I've seen so far from Polignano, wow. And what I can definitely recommend is just get lost here. Get lost in this beautiful narrow streets. You can find real gems here with not so many tourists around. Wow. When you film yourself and somebody walks by, most awkward moment. Noon now, and I really feel it's getting crowded. And if this is a COVID situation, I don't want to know how it is when there's no corona. But actually I found out that like Apulian people, like Apulian teenagers, are having their summer vacation now. So that also explains why there are many teenagers here and probably with their families as well. So yeah, made it to Italian summer vacation. Looks like a natural pool. really cool, because the waves are sometimes crashing it, but it's not really moving the water. So I think if you come early here, you really have the chance to be here all on your own. Sadly, because I'm traveling on my own and have all my equipment with me, I better not leave it somewhere to dip in the pool. But gosh, it looks so beautiful. So after a lot of walking and just small Italian breakfast, I'm heading back to the city center to get something typical from a restaurant called Pescaria. Probably it's a touristic thing, but never mind. And afterwards I want to get a super special coffee that is special here. Probably gonna get a bit tipsy afterwards, but let's go. So if you're in Polignano, definitely check out Pescaria, all about seafood, and you get in like paninis, which actually look like burgers. And it's quite expensive because of course it's seafood. I pay like 10 euros for a panini, but with like prawns. So I guess it's fine. It was a lot. Really, I was super hungry before and now I'm completely stuffed. But if you ever come here, make sure you come before 12 or latest 12:30, because this place gets crowded. I get in without any queue and now it's super crowded. So getting into this place was absolutely worth it. One day in Italy, I'm totally having an overdose of caffeine. Like usually I don't really drink that much coffee, only on vacation, and here it's like I had a latte macchiato, a Coca-Cola, and now this caffè speciale, which is really special for the place I just went to. And it's actually coffee with lime, lemon zest, and a kind of liquor in there. It tastes pretty good. Really, if you ever here, come here, try it. It's like 2 euros, but oh my god, so worth it. I mean, Italian coffee itself is worth everything, but this coffee, wow. This city is definitely a new favorite of mine. I really enjoyed it here. Could probably spend a couple of days here just to get the real vibe. And now that I'm totally high on caffeine, I'm ready to leave Polignano and get over to Monopoli. Also, a really good way to get into the mood of a country or a place is I always download a Spotify playlist with like the top 50 songs at the moment from this place, or sometimes even traditional songs. Listening to this music before getting somewhere, or even when you're there, it gets you all the moods there. Early in the cafe, when I had my breakfast, they actually played songs from this playlist. I was like, I'm actually listening right now while I'm walking into the historic center of Monopoli. So I'm feeling all Italian already. I actually just looked up as I was standing next to the cathedral and I saw a dove. And then I wondered what a white thing was there at her ass. Guess what? She almost shitted at me. I just saw it last minute. Just walking to this part of the city, all the buildings are white. I think they're freshly renovated. It all looks so beautiful. But I guess that is the Centro Storico, the old town, and I'm in love. Looks like there's a music festival taking place. It actually, like, I can't take part of it, but it makes me so happy to see that the world slowly gets back to a kind of normal. I love these narrow streets where you can never be sure if there actually is a way around the corner or not. So visiting 2 cities in one day is kind of exhausting. So I'm taking a little break here, right at the harbor. Just sitting here, relaxing, enjoying the view to the little boats there, and yeah, probably gonna get back to Bari pretty soon because I want to get to a supermarket, get some food, something to drink, so I don't have to eat out all the time because, you know, I still have a budget. It's just the beginning, so I don't want to spend it all. And also I want to see the sunset from Bari at the harbor, so that's where I'm heading. But first, finishing off Monopoli and exploring the rest of the city. Just saw my first seagull for the day. I just thought about if it was worth it to do the extra steps and get to the beach. Unusual beach for the beaches, I know. Like, you have to climb some rocks to get to the water, but it's actually kind of cool because they're building some natural pools. So you can basically just sit there in like a bit warmer water, and then sometimes there is a big wave coming and you get a splash of fresh water, which is actually pretty cool. It was definitely worth it, and I'm happy I got here. So just a little recap of my first real day here in Italy. So Polignano and Monopoli, both of them are such beautiful cities. Polignano is like the Instagram city, obviously. Like, it was even more beautiful than I thought from just all the hype. By the way, I hope you can hear me because there are cars driving by outside. But yeah, Polignano is so much worth a visit. You have so much beachside there. It's super windy, but you have those cliffs and you see the waves crashing, and as I said, the food I had was amazing. Don't forget to try the coffee speciale. Monopoli was totally different, but so worth it a visit. Like, the old town is so picturesque. It's like super historic. If you are into churches, you should definitely pay a visit to Monopoli. Also, the harbor was beautiful and I really enjoyed walking along there. You can do both cities in one day, but I do not recommend. I am actually super exhausted. I think I got a little bit too much sun. I feel a bit sick and exhausted because I'm not used to that much movement actually. But I think both cities deserve that you're gonna spend more than just half a day there. And I think you can do a lot there. I only covered like a few things, so definitely plan a bit longer. I was just chilling for a bit now. Now I'm getting out there, get myself something for dinner in a supermarket, as I said. Super low budget, and then gonna enjoy the sunset at the beach. Let's go. A bit of the sunset and I'm at the ocean, which is fine for me. I bought myself like a ready-to-go salad. To end this evening, I'm super exhausted still, and I'm probably gonna sleep straight after getting back to the hostel. But I would call it a really successful first day in Italy, a successful first day of my trip around the world, and I'm super excited for everything that is to come. So you better stay tuned because I'm exploring a lot more of the area of Apulia and even more of Italy. So until next time, stay tuned, stay curious, and stay creative, my friend.